Hey, Kelsey and Gracie, we are starting with number 12 on day 2 of Trig review for semester test. Number 12, solved by factoring. What is this? Complex trinomial. Write that down.
Why do you write that down? Because I'm just that smart.
Complex trinomial. We just started.
Are you done?
Can you not?
No, I'm
Okay.
just gonna go over regular time.
Oh.
Steps for complex trinomial. What do we do?
We got to the gym and we multiplied the first number. I don't know who it was. Some lady like.
Multiply the first one and the last one.
Wait, what happened
8.
to you? I got real lightheaded. I'll be right. Why was help? Was more or stress?
1 and 9.
Talking to you?
8 and negative 1. Oh well. 8,
1 and 9. No, 8 and 1. 8 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Positive 1, positive 8.
Right.
Okay, so 4t squared plus 1t plus 8t plus 2. It doesn't matter what order you put the middle to. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Do I need to record this? Can I stop?
Keep it recorded.
Keep it recorded? Okay. All right. Okay, now what? So we have our 1 and our 8. That's where the middle 2 pieces came from. Now what? Group them. Group. So out of the first chunk comes, put that away. Take it out. We are reviewing. You need to do well on this test. I don't care. No, put that away.
T.
Taken out of T. Leftover is
4T.
4t plus 1. Out of the second piece,
2.
2. Leftover is
Plus 1.
4t plus 1. Okay, then my 2 pieces are
T plus 2.
t plus 2 and
4T plus 1.
4t plus 1. Do you see where she gets the t plus 2 from?
Yep.
T plus 2. Okay, all right. T plus 2 equal to 0 and 4t. Hold on, I'll zoom out here in a second. T plus 2 equals 0, so t equals
-2.
-2, and t equals -1/4. There it is. Okay, good?
Next, difference of squares.
Nope.
Just a minute.
Quadratic formula.
How many
Nope.
questions are we doing today?
11 or 12, whichever.
11.
We'll see. 13, solve this thing, okay? So it doesn't say by factoring. It doesn't really tell us what solution to do, but look at the things.
Whoa, go back.
Look at the things. Write faster. Look at the
Complex.
things. No, it doesn't have a W in there. It just has a W squared. So it has a W squared and then just some numbers. What can we do?
Difference of squares.
No, it's not difference of squares.
You can add the 20 to the other
Solve for
side.
W.
Let's solve for W. Let's just get W by itself. Right? Minus the 8. Minus 8. Whoop, not divide by 8. Minus the 8. Okay. -3 W squared equals -28 and divide by -3. What's 28 divided by -3?
7.
No.
That's
No,
4. you
it
did
would be
wrong.
9.33.
We're just going to leave it as 28 over 3.
What?
But the negatives cancel out. Yeah? Okay, then we take the square root of that.
Wow.
And that is
The square root.
No, then leave it.
We leave it.
right. We leave it, but
Plus minus.
plus minus.
Oh, that is
Don't
so
forget.
dumb.
Plus minus. Don't forget.
What's 28 divided by
I hate the plus minus rule.
Plus minus. Okay. All right. By completing the square. Right faster. I'm just gonna like not zoom in anymore, or zoom out anymore. 14. Solved by completing the square.
3.
First step to completing the square is like completing the blank.
I don't want
Where do my blanks go?
In the
At the end of 8.
I need to move him over, so it's W squared minus W plus blank equals 1 plus blank. I moved him over. Okay? Here we go. That's why we're writing this down. Here we go. Even if you do it. Okay? All right.
How did
This
you
number here is a
get
negative
that,
1, by
like-
the way.
Like, I just don't understand how you even got that. Like, how would you just say, I'm gonna put the blanks here? Like a blank and a blank.
Oh, no.
How do you just know to put a blank?
Can I change this problem? Can I have it say a 2 right there?
No.
Because it'll make it easier.
Right where?
Right there. Instead of
Are you gonna do that
Minus
for us on
W.
the test?
the one on the test comes out nice like this. Okay, so change that to a 2. What?
How? Okay, wait.
You need to sneeze.
How do you
Looking for it.
know where to put the blanks? Like, you just threw.
The blanks go at the end.
Why'd you move it?
So the W's go to one side. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
W's, same side, number on other side. Add blanks to each. W's on the same side, the numbers on the other side, add blanks to each. Okay, I want to be able to break this guy down into two pieces so that when I multiply them together, it gives me this number, which we don't know. But when I add them together, it gives me -2.
-1.
So I add them together, it gives me -2, but when I multiply them, it gives me this number right here.
Isn't there like a formula for
Kind of.
figuring that number out? Isn't it like something to be...
You just take that b value divided by 2. What's -2 divided by 2?
1.
-1.
Negative.
W minus 1 and W minus 1, right? If I take -1 and add it to itself, it gives me -2. But if I multiply it by itself, it gives me
1, 2.
1,
1. Okay.
right? So I'm adding 1 here and I'm adding 1 here. You see that? So I break this chunk down as a trinomial into two pieces. Whatever I multiply, or whatever I get when I multiply it by itself needs to give me this number. Well, when I add it to itself, it needs to give me that number. Right? So that I can eventually write it as W minus 1 squared. Right? I want to be able to do that. That's a difference of square, completing the square. I want to be able to get a square equals 2.
So the answer is W
Okay.
minus 1 squared equals 2.
No,
And then you
we
take
got to
the
keep
square
solving.
root
Now
of
we
2.
take the square root. Now we take the square root. We got to get a W by itself. So if you take the square root of that, what happens?
W minus 1
W minus 1 equals
2 squared.
squared root of 2.
I mean, yeah, that's
Plus minus.
plus minus square root of 2. Okay, last thing,
W.
add 1 over.
So
W
it's
equals?
1 plus minus
minus
square root of 2.
Beautiful. 1 plus minus square root of 2. There you go.
Why don't we get early because of the way Silver Lake does?
Yeah.
Silver
Yeah,
Lake is
so
also
like
Do you want me to back up,
For the
Rachel?
kids that are there.
Silver
You want me to
Lake
back
is
up?
also
He
out.
said he
You want me to give you a different example?
Why do you have
What?
just certain kids? So
Let's do another. We'll start another example. Ready? Here's your other example. Let's say we have x squared plus 10x plus blank equals 7 plus blank. I don't know. Okay? I want to figure out
It's 5.
what this is so that when I multiply them gives me this number, but when I add them gives me this number.
5.
Okay, what number? There's a lot of numbers that add together to give me 10, like 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. But I want it to be the same number.
5.
It's got to be 5, x plus 5, x plus 5. So what goes in the blank?
The same 5.
No,
X minus 5.
no. What goes in this blank right here?
5.
What? 25. Because 5 times 5 is 25. All right, if I were to multiply these together, I would get x squared plus 10x plus 25, right? Okay, 25 goes in the blank. 25 goes in the blank. And then it would end up being x plus 5 squared equals 32. And then you keep going, right? We could do it from there. All right? So there's another example.
And the numbers have to be the same.
The numbers have to be the same because otherwise you can't write it like this. Oh, man. I need to get a chair.
Are you getting lightheaded?
I'm tired. Same.
Okay.
Okay,
Are you lying to me?
moving on. Yes, ready?
Let's write out
Quadratic formula. Let's write out the quadratic formula. What is it?
b plus or minus the square root 4a minus c.
Yeah, b squared minus 4ac.
What?
This is what I do at work. You know how people pre-wrap headbands?
There it is.
I use this stuff in my headbands at work.
Okay,
Nobody asked.
You're so cool.
there's your quadratic formula.
What is it?
b
B squared minus 4.
She's about to say
AC all over
something
2a.
all over
Okay,
2a.
all right, let's write out what a, b, and c are.
I mean, that hurts.
And there's that.
A is, yeah.
A is 4, b is -8, c is 1. Negative b
8.
is +8. It's like -8. So plus 8 plus
64.
minus square root of b squared is 64. minus 4A,
16. Minus 16.
all over
Professional.
2 times 4. You guys got to pay attention. I cannot talk loudly because it's taking all my energy. And
I think you need a nap.
if I pass out, you have to do this review by yourself. So there's that. So don't make me pass out.
I will
Be
laugh
quiet so I don't have to talk loudly.
Marcus will teach us.
Be quiet so I don't have to talk loudly.
Shut up. Like, he'll
You're
be like,
wasting my time.
so you plug it all in and then the answer's this. That's
Great.
Marshall's teacher.
8 plus minus.
When you do this, you get that.
64 minus 16 is
48.
48. All over 8. Now wait a second. We can't take 8 out of 48 because it's inside the square root. But we can break 48 down.
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So if we say that,
Into-
you're
I
gonna let us-
object.
Is that
16
wrong?
and 4. Oh.
16 and
2, 3.
You're wrong.
3. 16 and 3.
Oh.
Square root of 16 is,
4 square root.
this is 4 square roots of 3. So now what?
You can't take the 8 out.
8 plus or minus 4 square roots of 3.
All over it. 1. Divide by 2.
Divide everything by 4. We can, right? So this 8 becomes a 2. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 2. We divided everything by 4,
2
yeah?
plus minus.
Square root of
Or
3.
4 plus minus.
2. Because we divided by 4.
Oh.
All over 4.
All over
Plus minus
2.
2.
3. If we have it, 8 plus or minus square root of 48, is that going to be wrong?
Comature, I think
Yes.
that you have got
It
some
is?
business going on.
I know. Okay, good. Quadratic formula. Break it down. All right, good. What did we just find, by the way? What does this tell me? Where the zeros are. Where the zeros are. Okay, now this one says, find the number of real solutions by computing the discriminant. What is the discriminant?
The top portion, everything inside the square root.
Everything inside the square root. B squared minus 4AC. B squared minus 4AC. All right, let's go to the problem over here. We have a problem with the problem.
You have to add.
It's not in the right order.
Move the 70 over. So 25t squared minus 70t plus 49 equals 0. Okay, so now he's better.
So,
A is something, B is something, C is something.
A is 25.
Is that 70?
Yes.
B equals negative 70. No.
Okay, B squared is negative 70 squared
No.
minus 4A C.
what time's the wind supposed to start?
Like
145 or 2.
And it's supposed to get like really fast. or what?
75 mile an hour.
What is negative 70 squared?
Negative 70 squared is
75 mile an hour gusts.
Is 4,900.
So why are we not getting out of school early?
I can't tell you that. I'm not an administrator, so don't ask. 4 times 25 is
After my camp.
100 times 49
I needed to do that.
149.
minus 4,900,
Oh,
which is 0. Okay, so the discriminant is 0. What does that mean?
0. It costs us 0 times.
No.
I don't know.
There is. No,
It doesn't touch.
I don't know.
If the discriminant is 0,
That's what it costs us.
that means in our quadratic formula we have negative b plus minus the square root of 0 all over 2a, right? How many answers is that going to give me?
0. 1.
It still
Get
gives me
one.
one answer because negative b plus minus the square root of 0, that goes away. So I just have one answer. It's this, right? One answer. So there is one solution. If your discriminant is 0, you have one solution. If your discriminant is a positive number, you have
we'll get him
2 solutions. If your discriminant is a negative number, you have no. Why do you have no solutions when you have a negative number?
There's no negatives under
Can't have a negative, a negative inside of a square root.
Silver Lake.
So we're like it's at a 1.
I know.
Because of the what?
Us and it's in Creek and everywhere.
Yeah, so if I end up dead in a ditch, we all know why.
And I'm supposed to go to
Because I was not a good driver.
All right. 17. 17, a triangle. has an area, unless you want to do this by yourself, because that's an
Guys,
option too.
quiet.
A triangle has an area of 96 square inches. How do you find the area of a triangle?
Half base times height.
I mean, length times width.
For a triangle,
Oh, triangle.
1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2.
Kelsey, stop.
Okay, whichever one you want to do. 1/2 base times height. And they're giving that to me. They're saying that that is 96.
So 96
They're
equals
saying that is 96.
So you
1/2 BH equals 96. But hold on. It says its height is 2/3 of its base. So its height is 2/3 of the base, right? That's what that means. Its height is 2/3 of the base. Yeah?
Legit.
Height is 2/3 of the base. Okay, now we plug that in. 1/2 B times 2/3 B equals 96. Okay, what's 1/2 B times 2/3 B?
Hey, pause.
What?
2/6.
Or
1/3.
1/3. This together, 1/2 times 2/3. Half of 2/3 is 1/3, right?
Yeah.
Half of 2/3 is 1/3. B squared equals 96. And then,
Wait, where'd we get B
Divide
squared?
by 3.
because B times B.
Take the square root.
No,
Multiply by 3
multiply by 1/3.
Times 3. No, times 3. B squared equals 288. And then, square root. B is,
There we go. Second.
now, is it plus minus?
You
Why
can
not?
have negative area.
You can't have negative, we're finding the base,
It's
right?
16.9.
16.9.
7.
Okay, that's the base.
The height's 2/3 of that.
The height is 2/3 of that. So height equals 2/3 times 16.9.
Second answer times
2 divided by 3.
11.31.
11.3
Yeah.
inches. There you go. Base height. Good?
Good.
Very nice. If you get stuck on this problem and you try to plug and play, that's not going to work because you're not going to guess 16.9 probably, right?
Unless you get close and then you start going into the decimals.
Yeah, but you have 2 variables.
Yeah.
So that's not going to work.
Oh, I'd guess that.
You'd guess that. Okay,
I'm a good
number 18. Find all solutions. When you have an absolute value, you have to do what? What?
2 cases.
2 cases.
Oh god. Oh no, they don't have that.
2 cases. You know this. Case number 1. Case number 2.
What?
Case number 1. What's case number 1 look like?
The same.
Just drop it down. Just drop the
2x
inside
minus
down.
1 equals 4x.
What
What
are you doing? Is
Is
your mouth full of
No, it's
water?
not.
Oh, no, Kelsey.
Did you barf or
No, she just spit water all over.
what is that? Or why did you do
Oh,
that?
Lord, child.
What just happened?
I don't know. I just see Kelsey over here, like trying to hold the water in. Oh, shoot. Okay, anyway, 2 cases.
You silly goose.
All right, what's your first case look like?
2x minus 1 equals 4x.
You just drop it.
I don't get it.
What? I don't know.
Why are we doing
Ever.
First case. I'll show you. Just wait. If it's an absolute value.
Bring him to the other side.
2x minus 1 equals 4x minus 3. Now, this second case is that it could be a negative 2x minus 1. We have to do 2 cases because if I do the absolute value of this, it's the same as the absolute value of this, right? Those 2 absolute values mean the same thing. So we have to do 1 plus 1 minus. 2 cases always when it's absolute value. Okay? All right, now let's solve this guy. What do you want to move?
The 2.
Move the 2.
24.
Okay, and let's add the 3. So, 2 equals
Equals 2x.
2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is
equals 1.
1. Yeah?
Learn jujitsu.
Wait. So do we distribute the negative now?
Yes, we can distribute the
I
negative.
don't know. I'm having like
Negative 2x plus 1 equals 4x minus 3.
negative 2x.
Plus the 2x plus the 2x. And let's add the 3 also.
So we got
4 equals
6x.
6x divided by 6. X is
6 over 4.
2/3.
2/3.
So those
Don't
are your
act
two
like you're
answers.
doing this when you're not.
I am.
Just do it.
I've been paying attention.
You are not paying attention.
How not?
No. What problem did we just get under?
18.
What did it involve?
That one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
How are
pay
we supposed
attention.
to name it?
I'll just
Yeah,
have you
what
do
was
this
I
after
supposed to
school.
say?
It's an absolute value. I've only said that like 4 times this problem. Absolute value.
There's not a specific recipe.
Okay, if you're not gonna listen, you can do it after school and miss basketball practice. I don't care.
There's not a specific
Coffee will back me up.
No,
Okay.
no.
Because you need to fail, or you need to pass this class, or you're gonna fail the test.
Okay.
That's well.
My mom. Is that a secret?
19. Find all solutions. We want to get rid of the cubic root.
No.
How do we do that?
Cubits.
Cubit.
Cubit. Cubit. X squared minus 1 equals
8.
8. Then,
Square root.
no,
Plus 1.
Wow.
add the 1.
Oh, yeah, that makes it easier.
X squared equals
X equals 3.
9 square root.
Plus
You're
minus.
close.
Kira, you are so
Plus or minus?
smart.
Plus minus 3.
High five.
Even though my brain's kind of not completely
Are
in
you
my
ready
head.
for the contest?
No.
I'm not.
I need to scream. Like I don't know.
I
why.
don't care.
I need.
I need a puke.
I don't care.
I need to sip my coffee.
Okay, moving on.
Ah, yes.
But then we'll have 2 days to review.
That's what I need to do.
All right, number 20. We are on number 20. Negative infinity to 4. We want to graph that on a number line. That's it.
This is where
Parentheses beats close circle. Open circle.
Open.
So what's this look like?
Open circle at infinity.
This is saying we're talking about all the numbers from negative infinity, so everything that direction.
So put
To
a
4.
So you start at 4.
and put the arrow that way.
Okay, so let's put a 4 here. Now what?
Close circle
Close circle.
and make an arrow.
And make it go left.
Why is it closed?
Because of a bracket.
Because it's
that's the
brackets.
part that goes.
I'm going to say paren equals open circle.
Kelsey. That is so
Okay,
bad.
and which way does it go?
Left.
Left. Everything to the left.
Are you gonna do one that has like 2 different things?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
I asked if she's gonna do like the ones that are like 2
So
different things.
let's say I do like negative 1 to 6.
It goes close circle at 6, going left to negative 1, open circle at negative 1.
No, I meant like, well, that's yeah, 2, but like 2 different.
Oh, that was
No,
good. I
that's
give
not
that a
good.
solid 6.75.
Okay.
How do you know the direction?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna read your.
This is just saying all of the numbers in between negative 1 and 6.
Ooh, the bobcat.
Yeah, but how do you know?
I can't read that, Kelsey.
How do you know if it goes left or right?
If it's
If
negative,
it's
it's
positive infinity, it goes to right. If it's negative infinity, it goes to left. And it just goes to the numbers if they're.
Yes. Correct.
Number 1, number 5, number 2, Trace Osbeck. Oh, he's number 3. Number
Like the 4 was on the right side of the ordered pair. So that's the farthest right that it goes. Does that make sense?
Number 5
Yeah.
is hard.
Negative infinity is on the left side, so that's the farthest it goes. But negative infinity goes on forever that direction. Okay? All right, moving on to this one. Let's solve. Holy cow.
Holy cow, that went foul.
How do you do that?
Move it over.
How do you do this one?
Mine.
Kelsey.
But we've got like 3 pieces. We've got like this piece, this piece, this piece.
2 cases.
Oh, you do like okay, so 2x plus 3
It looks
is less
like
than or greater than 5.
We're going to do this part.
How can you do that much?
I swallow it as I'm.
I can't do that.
And then we're going to solve that. And then we're going to do this chunk.
Do we just have 2
Do
more?
you have to do?
Yep.
Do you have to do the first and the third too, or not?
No.
2x
Okay.
plus 3.
My mom does.
Kelsey.
Okay, so we do those 2 chunks. We group them.
Switch if you divide by negative.
Yes, you switch the sign if you divide by a negative. Okay?
I'm
So, are we clear what we're doing here? That's because you're not listening. I'm not repeating it.
Okay.
So the green stuff on the left side, we're solving him. Let's
Subtract the 2.
subtract the 2x.
Minus the 6.
And minus a 6.
So negative
So?
3 is less than or equal to 3x.
Okay, divide by 3.
So divide by
Negative 1 is less than or equal to x.
If you're one of those people that likes to have it the other direction, this would say x is greater than or equal to -1, if you have to have it that way.
care that much, honestly, if you're weird.
Okay, there's that. Go to the second part.
Can we add the 3x over?
Plus 3x,
And
plus
minus
3x, and then minus a 6.
2x is
Sure,
less
sure.
than 1.
No, it's not
No,
2x.
8.
Oh shoot, I subtracted.
8x less than
You're still going so fast.
1.
So x is less than.
Why'd you
I
put
want an
minus
ice
6?
maker.
Because we subtracted this 6 over to this side.
What will happen if we don't do that on the test? If we don't divide by 8?
You're not.
I don't know.
Because I don't want to do that. Probably honestly won't remember. I'm telling you right now.
Guys, the wind is 19 right now.
You're 19.
Oh no.
Because it's supposed to get this.
Because there's gonna be tornadoes.
We're definitely putting
No, there's gonna be fire before anything else.
In Lincoln.
Fire.
My husband's worried about. They had like an emergency fire meeting or
I was
something
gonna
last
say it's
night.
fire weather
No.
warning.
For like 3 hours, they went up to the trucks to make sure they're all ready to go
All
because
the schools in
if-
Lincoln are
if something would happen and a fire would start, which it starts really easily right now because there's like 12% relative humidity outside, and the wind will carry that fire miles and miles
Yeah, we're in
and
fire
miles.
Yeah, but in
warning.
before we
Lincoln,
get
You're
into
not
that.
gonna get out of school. There's no way.
in Lincoln, there's gonna be tornadoes though.
Yeah, but Lincoln's a long ways away from Blue Hill.
I'm not talking about Blue Hill. I'm
All
talking
right,
about
last
Lincoln.
one, 22. Here we go.
Why do you guys said Lincoln and not
Get
Blue
out of
Hill?
school.
Last one. Here we go.
I'm talking
Can
about
we just look
Lincoln,
at Kelsey real quick?
not Blue Hill.
Okay.
Kelsey, can you chill?
Okay, what do we do?
Same
Interval
thing.
notation.
Interval notation. We gotta solve it. But how do we solve it?
Two cases.
Two cases. Yep. 2 minus 3x is greater than 4, and the second case,
Negative 2 plus 3x.
negative 2 minus 3x
Wouldn't it be
is
plus
greater than
3x?
4.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, we will.
So what's minus the 2?
Minus the 2, negative 3x is greater than
2.
2, and then,
Divided by
X is
negative 3.
less
So
than.
then you have to switch the sign.
yes you do, x is less than negative 2/3.
You're going so fast.
Is that interval? Oh no. God,
Flip
I hate interval notation.
sign when times or divide by negative. Star, star, star. Okay? The second side over here. Now, you can distribute the negative through if you want,
Or just
or you
divide
can
by
flip it.
negative.
It doesn't matter.
Divide by
Actually,
negative.
let's distribute the negative through because that'll turn my x positive.
Negative 2 plus 3.
Yeah. Negative 2 plus 3x. Let's do that. Sure, why not? Okay, and then we add the 2 plus 2. 3x is greater than 6 divided by 3. X is greater than
Oh, greater than. I wrote the wrong sign.
2. X is greater than 2. Okay, before we do interval notation, let's plot this here just to make it easier. We have negative 2/3 over here, and we have 2 right here. Open or closed?
What?
Both are open.
Both are open. Are they going together or are they going opposite directions?
Together. Nope.
Wait.
Opposite.
Opposite direction.
X is less than 2/3 and X is greater than 2. So when we do our interval notation, we're going to have
A hole.
Open
Union.
circle.
2 pieces. We're going to have a union.
Oh my god.
We're going to have something here and we're going to have something here.
It's negative
Okay.
infinity.
So just this chunk right here. Just this chunk.
So it's
Negative.
He's going, just that chunk, the very right that he goes is negative 2/3. That's the furthest right that he goes. The furthest left that he goes is forever, which is negative infinity.
infinity.
Okay?
Paren.
Paren, paren.
How do I remember when it's paren?
If it's a
Parens if it's an open circle.
Okay.
If it's infinity, it's always a paren. Okay? The other side, the furthest to the left that this guy goes is 2.
Flex forward.
Yes.
The furthest to the right it goes is
Infinity.
infinity.
Paren.
Paren. This is what the final answer is.
Alright, we're done.
Good? Yeah?
You're done.
We did
Okay.
12.
You're done.
No, we didn't. We did 11.
Kelsey, I
We stopped at
I got a
11.
video of
22
you doing the
divided by
same
2 days
thing in
is
algebra
11.
2.
Well, we
years
went to
ago.
23.
No,
No,
we
the
didn't.
girl was saying it too.
We
the
finished
other
22.
Mallory.
Go with
Oh,
her.
that's malaria.
How do you
Yeah,
print
malaria.
stuff on that?
Not geometry.